Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. World Championships not far away now, and I wanted to talk about some up-and-comers, some young guns. Maybe they have a little bit to prove at the World Championships. So I've got 5. The last one might be a little bit controversial, so stick around for that. But the first one, Saito from Japan. He's only recently really kind of started to compete on the world international scene. And of course, heading into the World Championships, we've got Teddy Riner as well. And everyone wants to see Saito versus Teddy Riner. There's actually quite an interesting story about the Japanese heavyweights from Suzuki KG. Talked about it on Donmai Kawaba's channel, but after Ishii left, there was kind of this gap that they didn't have an opportunity to kind of raise the new young heavyweight generation. You had Shichinohe step in and Harasawa and a few others, but Ishii was meant to take those guys' places, and he was meant to stay there for a long time, but he left, and so they left this gap, and now Saito, he's kind of been raised through the university systems and put in this position to kind of shine as the new Japanese star for the heavyweights. So a lot is riding on his shoulders. He's a very talented judoka, and at the World Championships, we'll definitely see how he does against some elite competition, especially Teddy Riner. Right, next up is Lee Junhuan from Korea. Just kind of came out of nowhere. He's been only in a few international competitions, but what really caught my eye was he beat Nagase, threw him for Wazari. He has a score earlier on in the round, or not a score, sorry, but close score, and he looks really good. So defending well against Nagase, threw him for a Wazari, as I said, and then he's just got this lovely Korean style, fast attacking different angles, moving, gripping, changing grips. Really interesting judoka. Only 20 years of age, so I'll be excited to see how he does at the World Championships, and it'll be really nice if he goes up against Nagase again, because Nagase is not the kind of guy to lose twice in a row to the same person. But yeah, as I said, only a few international competitions on his record, but so far he's beaten quite good competition. Got a win over DeWitt, Nagase, Grigolashvili, Boltoboyev, so he's got some good wins, and we'll see how he does. This next one, I mean, not a newcomer, still young though, Lombardo from Italy, but moving up a weight class into the under 73s, and he's had some pretty good results at 73. He hasn't taken kind of a long time to move up in weight class like Fabio Basili has or Smetov, but he just kind of came into the weight class, doesn't feel, you know, under strength. He's throwing these guys. He's getting good results as well. So Lombardo at 73. It'll be interesting to see how he does at the World Championships. Obviously, moving up a weight class, there's a lot of people he hasn't faced yet. So those will be some interesting matchups. Can you imagine Lombardo versus Hashimoto? That'd be a really nice contest to see. I don't see Hashimoto being thrown with this kind of kataguruma. I think the Japanese are quite used to katagurumas. So Lombardo, he's my third pick. Someone young, keep a lookout. Someone new, fresh in a new division. At number 4, Schmidt, or is it Schmidt? Schmidt? I'm not sure. It's kind of a German name, but he's Brazilian, so I'm not quite sure if there's a different way to say his last name. But straight out of Brazil, obviously you expect them to have good newaza, and he really does. I mean, look at this choke. It just came out of nowhere. But he's got good tachiwaza as well. This is not an example of good tachiwaza here, but what I mean by good tachiwaza is he's really good at absorbing kind of throws and countering people. He's got some throws of his own, but he's just really flexible, really solid, good base, and then people make mistakes. He lies on top of them, passes their guard, and usually, you know, submits them or holds them down. So he's really good. Good results as well. A bronze and a gold in his recent outings, but still only 21 years of age, so still developing skills, still getting better, so we'll see what he does. But I think he's great. He's a fantastic judoka to watch. Awesome newaza skills. And lastly, guys, number 5, and this one might be a little bit controversial, but Beka Uehara, the Olympic world champion at under 90s, he's got great wins, of course. He's got great wins over Murao, Mashiyama, who is competing at under 90s for Japan. Obviously, he's Olympic champion, so the skills are definitely there, but there's a clear difference to his record versus Ono Shohei's record. Ono Shohei being on top of the world for many years consistently. And I mean, Beka Uehara, he's had great results so far, but how long can that continue? There's going to be more tape on him. People are going to analyze his judo more and more, and can he keep up with that, and can he develop and manage to continue to throw people and dominate people how he has? I talked about Morao and Mashiyama. That was in the juniors, now we're in the seniors. In Japan, they've got a team behind them, they've got analytics, videos, and they're looking at all this stuff and figuring what to do. But I don't know, Beka Uehara, he could be the next Ono Shohei. He could just go on and dominate people for years. But remember, he's not world champion at the senior level, he's only world champion at the junior level, 2 times I think. So he's still got that to prove, he's still got to get that title, and it'll be interesting to see how he does the more he competes on the international scene. Who's going to be his rival heading into the future? So that'll be interesting. Definitely keen to see Beka Uehara and these other 4 guys that I talked about in this video. So what do you think, guys? I'm excited for the world champs. Like, subscribe for the content, and I'll see you soon.